remember when you were a kid, the first time an amazing vacation ended and you were left with the vacation blues that were so incredibly intense? For me, I'm Daniela, by the way, it was my annual family reunion where I got to see all my cousins. For you, it might be Disneyland or a camping trip in the mountains. You have so much fun, and you were given so much more freedom by your caregivers, so that when the holiday came to an end, you knew you were going back to rurals and the same people have been pulling your hair at school every day. Of course you had the vacation blues. I'd be sad too. But in the last 6 months, I stopped having that feeling. This is the most amazing trip I've had this year. Port Fitzroy! And I'm not sad it's ending. Today is our 9th day out. 8th day? 9th day out. And it's time to head home. There's a storm coming through that will prevent us getting home over the weekend if we don't leave now. And both of us need to be back by next weekend, so. As we prepared to head home, I found myself reflecting that I wasn't as sad about this trip ending as I thought I should be. I mean, I was sad, just not that sad. Was it simply because I'm an adult now?
Mokuhinau, peak 7, average 4.
That's us.
From
Mokuhinau.
1.
Okay, so it looks like it's the same forecast as we knew.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Today's light winds, tomorrow is gonna be headwinds. Are we still leaving today?
Yeah, I suppose so.
Okay.
But we've still got a whole day of adventure.
That's
Even
true.
Getting back is an adventure. We've got that big open sea. Yeah, we'll have a quick idle of the engine, idle it up, let it warm up, and then prepare to lift the anchor.
And we're off. Bye-bye! I'm so glad we were able to make it to this bay. Any suspicions what happened?
No, not yet. I've not had this happen on this engine.
So we've just had water is too hot alarm on the engine. So we've turned it off and we're letting the engine cool down. We've got the sails out, but there's just not enough wind. So we're just kind of sitting here waiting for the engine to cool down and then hopefully make our way. Just means we'll probably have to do it at lower RPMs and a little bit slower. So, c'est la vie!
We've got salt water coming in all right. Yeah, that's flowing in okay, so there's water on the intake.
Maybe I wasn't super sad about this trip ending because going home was an adventure in itself. Do you have Coast Guard?
Membership, yeah.
Yeah, good.
Totally.
What's
Yeah,
that?
Totally.
Yeah,
Yeah.
good. Just bobbing around. How you feeling about it? Are you worried?
I'm enjoying my read.
You don't look worried. You look very relaxed.
I'm not worried.
You're not worried?
No. We're floating. There's two theories at the moment. One is we're just running the engine a bit hard. It's not a new engine. But I'm also suspecting the fan belt might be a bit, the belts might be a little bit loose. So perhaps the pump isn't being driven efficiently.
We're on, what, 1,500 RPMs right now? Looks like we're gonna get in around midnight, which stinks, but whatever. So, may as well eat some good food. John's making nachos. John has made us nachos! Little Barrier, there's Great Barrier, it's Coromandel, just off in the distance is Auckland. Question for you, by the way. Are you worried about coming in at night?
No, not on Wednesdays. The only thing I'm worried about is I can't see my can't see the dock.
So it looks like we're coming in at 9:30, so
Yeah.
we're making our way, but I'm gonna swap with John and go take a wee nap. Got a couple more hours ahead of us, so yay. I've spent the last 6 months reevaluating how I live my life and realigning with my core values. Somehow it felt connected to the fact that I didn't have the vacation blues. Ahoy, Captain!
Hi.
What's the sit rep here?
Looking good. We've kept above 4 knots all the way.
Oh shit!
Yeah, we're sort of averaging 4.3, 4.4.
I see you've made a wall.
I made a wall. That someone's just.
Some people would call you Donald.
Yeah, so we're doing good. 21:30 is our arrival estimate.
It's coffee time. Coffee time now. So oftentimes on these journeys, at least when we had Satori, you're like so grateful that everyone came on board, and by the time you get home, everyone's so tired because it's such a long journey, and the instinct is to be so thankful that you're like, no, don't worry, I'll do all the cleaning, we'll do tomorrow, or whatever it is. And one thing that I learned is I super appreciated it when people actually stood around and helped us clean up, because there's actually a lot of cleanup. Like the boat needs to be sprayed off, the bathroom, the kitchen, everything. So I'm gonna get ahead of that game right now and clean up some of the boat for John so that we can actually like head off right away. Don't leave a boat without cleaning. If you're the guest, like help clean out, please. Your bathroom is the shiniest it's ever been.
Oh, probably is.
He's a happy man.
Yeah.
Oh, to be a kid again, to feel the sun upon my skin, to laugh and play until the sun goes down.
What's the plan for when we come in?
I was wondering whether to drop the mainsail. It's not really doing anything. Just tidy it up while it's still light.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, and then we'll come in straight to Gulf Harbour. Daniel has got the better eyes for the dark, so he's going to call out the letters along the way to make sure we got the way. And then there's very little wind. What wind there is will blow us slightly onto my finger anyway, by the looks of it, I think. So it'll be pretty straightforward berthing.
Yeah, so you're not too worried?
No.
So full of life and without care. Oh, to love the little things, the ones that we can't seem to see, 'cause everyone around us has gone blind. Oh, and I'm not sure why.
It's funny, in November 2021, I was pulling Satori in after not sailing her for, 5 months? And we passed Tiri Island just like this with the sun going down. We were wing on wing sailing. And when I got to Gulf Harbor Marina, John was sitting there waving. I didn't know him. I hadn't met you at that point, but it was cool, and it kind of feels like a repeat of that. I haven't sailed into this area like this since then, so yeah, a bit of deja vu here. I think the reason I wasn't sad about this trip ending is because I was so excited about the life I was going back to. I'd spent the last 6 months committed to building the life I truly wanted and becoming the person that truly aligned with my values. I no longer had a life that I felt I needed to escape. What's our next adventure we're gonna do?
Let's do Cow. It's not too far away. I haven't been much north of here. That'd be really good. That'd be quite cool.
Have you been to Cow before?
No, no. Never been to Cow.
We're in for a treat.
Oh, well, there you go. Let's go Cow. Yeah, so I'll helm in from the channel markers.
Okay.
You can point out the aisles. We want F.
Okay.
And then point out the number. We'll just do it real slow. There's no rush.
And you have a line ready here.
I have a line ready. I'll jump off this line here.
And I got a flashlight ready to go, and I'll point to the berth so you
Yeah.
can see it. It is easy to get stressed out at night when you come in, but you gotta remember, like, these marinas are so lit up, you know? So, yeah, we'll be right. Didn't you used to have 3 fenders? Did someone drop one overboard again? That's how I was learning to do it, but
Yeah.
that way it's quick release. This is your first time coming in at night, right?
It's like this, yeah.
We got this. It's very lit up. The man in his glory. Look at that. All right. The sound we've been waiting for. We made it, John! High five! We are back. We are safe. Now it's time to pack my things and drive an hour home. I'm looking forward to sleeping in my own bed tonight. It's gonna be awesome. Please, my dear beloved audience, do not normalize hating your life. Do not normalize dreading each day. Do not normalize being devastated after vacation, as I once did. If you feel that way, something big in your life does not align with your core values. I wish I hadn't spent over 30 years of my life out of alignment, and I'm so grateful for the next years I get to spend in alignment.
I never believed in love at first sight, but then you went and caught my eye, and I knew right then this was the first night of the rest of my life. I was never really brave back then, glad I went and took my chance, and I see right now that was the first night of the rest of my life. But now I realize I was always supposed to find you. But now I realize it was always supposed to be